Hey, welcome back to Cross Outdoors. It's Jake here again. Today I'm going to show you a technique that I've been using for the last couple of months in my tournaments, fun fishing. It's just a great summer top technique to use wherever you go, especially for smallmouth, and that would be the drop shot. Many of you have heard about the drop shot, especially lately. If you've been watching Major League Fishing, Jacob Wheeler's been dominating with it. But first I'm going to go over my equipment that I use, then I'm going to show you how to tie it, and then the baits that I typically throw on it. So first off, I usually use a medium or medium heavy spinning rod. This is a Dobbins Sierra Series 703. I like the medium heavy for deeper water because I'm using a heavier weight. I'm able to throw the bait a little bit better. And then a Shimano 1000 or like the 1000 or 1500 series reels, a little bit smaller, easier to handle, good drag system. It's great. And then of course you use braided line backing to a fluorocarbon leader. This is 10-pound line. A lot of people use 7 or 8-pound line, and I don't feel like it makes a huge difference using 10. It allows you to get that fish in the boat without the fear of breaking it as much. And even in clear water, I don't see any difference. As far as hooks and weights go, I typically use a size 1 or size 2 Gamakatsu or VMC drop shot hook. And then weights, I use TMO Tungsten, TannerMartinOutdoors.com. All their weights, of course, have the size on them. I doubt you'll be able to see it on the camera. But they have both styles of drop shot weights, and they are great. Tungsten, a little bit smaller, so fish aren't going to see it as much. And then 2 baits. So of course everybody knows about the power bait flatworm. That's what we caught most of our fish on at St. Clair. Something about that accent, they love it. Wisconsin, I caught all my fish on Ignite drop shot worms. These are 3.5 inch. We got the Tennessee Shad. We got the ever so popular Morning Dawn. And then the one I found that worked the best was a Smoke Purple. About out of those. Might need to get some more. 3.5 inch drop shot worms. These are Ignite baits, ignitebaits.com. Use discount code JS15 for a discount off your next order. Support those Indiana businesses. Indiana, they're right down there on the Indiana-Kentucky border, but always support Indiana companies. And then you can also use like minnow style baits. So these are little Zoom Flukes in moon dust color. You can also use little swim baits. I know some people like to throw a heavier drop shot weight, and then the drop shot weight just drags on the bottom, and that swim bait just kind of swims above the weeds or boulders or whatever you're fishing. I haven't tried that, but I know guys like Zaldane, some other those guys that fish clear water a lot, they use a little swim bait and it works. So as far as tying the knot, you want to, see if I can do this. Alright, so all it is a Palomar knot. You want to go through from the front to the back, and your tag end is going to be the distance, it's going to be the line that you're going to have to your weight. So whatever your leader is going to be to the weight is what you want your tag end on your Palomar knot. So we'll just go with that. So you do a simple Palomar knot. Let it down. So then you have that, but your hook is not looking great. So see, it just kind of hangs down like that. The way to fix that, the secret is, you take your tag end, take it back through the hook from the front to the back. So then when you pull it tight, your hook is going to be facing up. So when they go to eat it, you're going to get them right on the top of the mouth, right where you're supposed to get them in that meat, so they won't come off as much. So as far as the tag end between your hook and your weight, typically clear water, you're going to have a longer tag end, so they aren't able to focus on that weight as much. Dirtier water, you can get it by with the shorter tag end between the hook and the weight, because they aren't going to notice that weight as much. But another trick that I've noticed, if you're looking at your graph and you're fishing in grass, if that grass is 12 to 18 inches, You want your tag end to be, your leader to be 18 to 20, something so that bait just sits right above those weeds. Those fish are sitting down in those weeds and they see that bait come over, they're going to come up and eat it. So what I do with the weight, typically I use 1/8 or 3/8 ounce, but we were fishing 20 to 28 feet at St. Clair, and it seemed like the 1/2 ounce worked a little bit better, got down there a little bit faster. All you do is take your line through the weight, and of course the drop shot weights have a little keeper on there so the line pulls right up in there so it won't come off, but I always do a little overhand knot just for peace of mind. Keep you from losing tungsten, because tungsten isn't cheap. Okay. So as far as rigging the reel on there, we'll take an Ignite drop shot worm here, and all you want to do is take your worm about, 1/4 inch down. This is the bigger hook that I use, but normally I use the size 1, which is a little bit smaller, but this one you can see a little bit better for the video. But all you want to do is nose hook it, and that'll give that bait a lot of action in the water. It's going to be sitting like this. You're just going to keep tension on your line, jig it a little bit. You don't really want to move your weight a whole lot. A lot of times we were just drifting along in the grass and just keeping that line tight, just kind of jigging a little bit. It doesn't take much action. You don't want to be shaking it all crazy. It's a real subtle tactic that works, and smallmouth love it. But that's all I do, guys. It's a great technique for smallmouth, great technique for summer when the bite's a little bit tough. It'll get you a few of those extra bites when the fish are not feeling very aggressive. But it's one of my favorites. Always have it tied on, especially for smallmouth. Lake St. Clair, up north, Michigan, those Clear Lakes. They can't resist it. But that's all I got, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.